good evening everyone, especially our loving Satapa. Today we are from Group 5 and my name is Tinagaran.
Hey, mic the on!
Ina, jangan buat lawak.
Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone, especially our loving Satapa. We are from Group 5 and my name is Tinagaran.
My name is Dashini.
My name is Kirti.
My name is Kartika. I'm Hagila.
And I'm Ali Danish.
And today we are going to present our assignment road reversal as lecturers. Today our selecting topic is MFRS 137, Provision, Contingent Asset and Contingent Liability. From our presentation, we will cover key concept, definitions, and recognition criteria and some supported example to make it easy to understand. Each of you take turns to explain different section. At the end, we will provide a short summary. We hope this session will give a clear understanding of the topic, and we look forward to any question you may have after the presentation. Let's begin with the first part.
Now I will explain about provision. A provision is a liability where the timing and the actual amount are uncertain. It is considered a surplus of liabilities. Provision arises because of present obligation that come from past events that usually result in an outflow of resources in future. Next is key features of provision. For a provision to exist, there must be a past event that created an obligation. Next, there should be also a high probability of 50% that resources will flow out. Finally, reliable estimate of the obligation should be possible. If these conditions are met, a provision must be recognized. So now I will pass to next presenter.
Now I am going to present about liability. A liability is a present obligation that arising from past events. This settlement expected to result in an outflow of resources from the company. This outflow could be in the form of cash, goods or services. Now let's look at the key differences between liability and a provision. Liability is the obligation certain in amount and timing. For example, when a company takes out a loan or receives a supplier invoice, they know exactly how much they owe and when it's due. Now, in contrast, a provision is where the timing and the actual amount are uncertain. For example, provisions includes costs related to litigation or environmental cleanup, where the final cost and settlement date are estimated rather than fixed amounts. That's all from me. Now I pass on to next presenter.
Next, I will present about contingent liability. Contingent liability refers to a possible obligation arising from past event. The importance is existence depends on uncertain future events or outside company's control. The main key point is present obligation does not meet any recognition criteria. That means not probable or not measurable. Next slide I will present about comparison between provision and contingent liability. Provision is present obligations. Its outflow is probable, which is 50%. Recognized as liability in SOFP. The amount can be estimated reliability. Contingent liability, also possible obligation. Its outflow is not probable or cannot be measured. It does not recognize or any due cost in notes.
The compensation amount was, we can't put in the Now we are looking at contingent asset. A contingent asset is a possible asset that came from a past event, but its extent will only be confirmed by uncertain future events that are beyond the company's control. For example, if a company involves a lawsuit where it might receive a compensation if it wins, after the company wins the case, the company can recognize the compensation amount as the actual asset. before the company's case is pending, they can't categorize the compensation amount as actual asset. Otherwise, they can record as contingent asset in disclosed notes. For recognition contingent asset, we have three methods to recognize it. First, if the flow benefit is probably, meaning that more than 50%, the contingent asset we can record as disclosed in notes, the financial notes. If the flow is virtually certain, we directly record as asset, actual asset. But at the same time, if the inflow is not probable, meaning that less than 50%, we just ignore it. We does not claim as disclosed, does not claim as contingent asset. So in summary, no chance means ignore, good chance means disclose, and sure chance means record. That's all from me.
Now I'll talk about the legal obligation. Legal obligation is a term describing a legal duty to perform or not perform an action that is enforced by the court of law. It is created through enforceable sources such as legislation, a contract, or other operation of law. For example, an employee filed an injury lawsuit where the company may be held liable by the court. Now I would like to invite the next presenter to talk about constructive obligation.
Is arising from constructive obligations is arising from a company by its actions or policy that creates people expectations among the stakeholders that a company will act. It's not legally required but socially expected. For the next slide. What are the comparison between legal obligation and constructive obligation? Legal obligation is enforceable by the law, like lawsuit and fine penalty. For the constructive obligations, it's created by the company, by their actions and policy, like environment cleanup and CSR.
Okay, before we end our presentation session, we have some example questions to get more understanding. Let's begin with first example.
So the first situation is on February 15 February 2016, the company was confronted with a litigation case of 100,000 ringgit from one of its staff due to an accident that caused major injury during duty. As at 30 June 2016, the case is still ongoing, and the next hearing of the case will take place in July 2016. The company legal advisor indicated that there is 80% probability that the staff will win the case with a maximum claim amount of 800,000 ringgit. So the analysis of this situation is that the obligating past event is a staff accident. The present obligation is legal obligation because the law exists, and the probable outflow is 80%, which is more than 50%, and the reliable estimate amount will be 80,000 ringgit. As conclusion, we can recognize a provision of 80,000 ringgit. I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, for now we move to example 2 related to the contingent asset. Here is a scenario on 1st March 2016. The company filed a lawsuit against one of its supplier for using the company's name without permission. So the company is claiming RM 200,000 as penalty, and the company lawyer said the company has high chances to win in this case. From here we can see here we have possible inflow of benefit for the company. But however, this case is still pending on the court, so we can't recognize this asset, but we can recognize it's a disclosed and contingent asset in note. So if the company will in this case, so then they claim the compensation, the penalty as actual asset. I pass to the next presenter.
For the last example for constructive obligations, it's about the GENS SDI and BHD. The problem is the past event is the oil pollution, even though the law never forced them to do, but their promises to clean up the oil pollution. So it's called constructive obligations. So the reliable estimate amount is 1 million. They are recognized as a provision of 1 million of constructive obligations.
That's all from yours. Now we end this presentation. Thank you for your attention. If you guys have any question, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.